everybody, and welcome to the Liars Club. I'm Felicia Michaels.
And I'm Jessica Wellington.
And what we do here at the Liars Club is we have two of our comedy pals come on. We ask them to tell two stories. One is the truth, one is a lie. We play along live. We stream live from the Comedy Store's YouTube page, and all together we're going to figure out which one of these stories are lies. Am I correct, Jessica?
You're right, spot on.
Okay. Would you please introduce our guests?
I would love to, Felicia. Over here to my left, this gentleman has a fun podcast called the Tuskegee Jokeman Podcast. He is a living legend. He made me say that. This is Papp Johnson.
Yay. Welcome to the show, Papp Johnson.
Hello, people.
Yeah, you're going to have to turn Papp up a little more.
Yeah, I can get louder.
Yeah.
I choose not to because people get scared.
Scared?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a big
You got
man.
that sexy voice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
you do.
Fuck.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I know.
You don't like the sexy voice?
Yeah. One time this lady told me, she was like, ooh, I'll do anything as long as you say, like, talk to me. And I was like, yo, like, I'm, like, very narcissistic. So, like, I need you to want me for my looks, like,
Yeah.
over my voice.
Yeah.
It was just like, I don't like that shit.
All right, you can turn them up still a little bit more.
And this other gentleman, I'm so excited. He's finally here. You've seen him on Always Sunny in Philadelphia. J. Edgar with Clint Eastwood, you know, because
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah.
we're 2 degrees away from Clint.
It was pretty fun.
He's a hilarious comedian. You see him touring all over. This is Brady Matthews.
Thank you very
Welcome
much,
to
guys.
the show, Brady
Thank you very
Matthews.
much. I've heard good things about this. I'm very excited to be here.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All
I think
right.
that's the first lie.
Well, you had to just go there, Papp.
Yeah.
You know, before we start the game, I would like to bring up our sponsor. Yes, we do have a sponsor. You know, have you ever thought about trying a food delivery service? Why not try Blue Apron? Why not? Why not? Maybe just twice a week. You know, they also ship wine to you, too, and you can make and mix and all sorts of deals. But
I like that.
yeah, and if you wanted to try it, though, and you're on their site, give it into Pixies, and you go to check out, just put liars in the code box, and you'll get 30% off. Right?
Are you sure it's
30%?
30% or $30?
Oh, I don't know.
Fuck, you get a discount.
Nice.
Oh, shit. It's 30%, I
Sponsor
thought.
just pulled the plug.
Jesus Christ. I've been saying it this whole time,
Wow.
Jessica. Now, all of a sudden, like a year later, you're like, no, that's not the correct price.
Take back dinner.
Jeez, yeah.
Comedy Store just cut the channel.
I know. Jesus, Jessica. All right. And sitting here to my right is our on-air producer, Austin Lane Walker.
I'm glad to be here with you guys. No
Finally.
strep throat. Go Gators. Go
yeah,
Gators.
Yeah, you are super sicky. We're glad to have you back.
Yeah, I had some kind of weird growth on the back of my throat, but glad
Ooh.
to report it's mostly gone.
Yeah.
It's all gone. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. And that voice that you just heard, that is from our other on-air producer and the gentleman that is switching the cameras around. Very funny man. Please give it up for Mr. Michael Evans.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hit
dog.
Austin's vape pen a little bit ago.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
think he's
don't
been
have-
on those antibiotics long enough?
I
I
don't
hope
have a
so.
vape pen. I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Aha.
Right. Whatever.
Oh, Corona's in the building.
All right.
He's a church
So,
guy. We have to be careful.
yeah, he doesn't want
Sponsored
the,
by coronavirus.
Yeah.
I like that.
Jesus loves you.
Yeah, there you go. So what we do is we're going to rotate the stories around. So I'm going to have Brady start,
Sure.
and then you'll tell a story, and then you'll tell a story, and then he'll tell a story, and then you'll tell a story, and then
All right.
And
we'll
we're
all
gonna
figure out together.
we're gonna like interrogate you, so do not give in.
Yeah, and we will be taking questions live at the Comedy Store's YouTube, which we stream from every Mondays at 4:30 and Fridays at 8:30. See how smooth I'm getting,
You're
Jessica?
getting so
That
good, dude.
is really good.
All right,
so
and
professional.
Except for the
yeah.
sponsor thing, but
Yeah,
pretty
the
good.
sponsor thing,
Yeah,
well,
one for
she
two.
jacked it up. But anyway, welcome everybody that is playing along. I hope everyone's doing fine. There you go. Brady,
Yeah, let's start it off.
let's do it.
Let's see. I was at a college party.
I believe that.
College party, and
Very recent.
it's where that's how we're gonna start it. I was at a college party, and I didn't have any swim trunks. So my buddy gave me a pair of his soccer shorts, and they were white, and I didn't have any boxers on under it, no underwear on under it.
Uh-huh.
And I got in the pool, and I got out of the pool, and you could see everything. I was basically a naked guy at the pool, and one girl looked at me and she goes, "Oh, gross," which is not what you want to hear at the fucking pool.
Oh,
And I don't know anybody. It's
That's
so-
haunted
it's
you ever since,
awful.
hasn't it?
And I didn't really trim up at the time. I wasn't, didn't really trim up, so it just looked like a black mess down there. And when you hear a girl say, "Ew, gross," I went over to my buddy and said, "Can you give me like a towel or anything?" And they gave me a hand towel.
Well, you were in the pool too, so it's probably cold.
It was
We'll give you
freezing.
that,
Yes.
right?
It was cold. And I'm not. Hey, listen, I'm not. You know, I'm not really well endowed. So, so yeah, it was awful. It was fucking embarrassing as fuck.
Jesus, that was easy today, right?
Yeah.
Well, when he said trimmed up, I was like, you mean like you weren't circumcised?
No, I'm circumcised.
Like,
Yeah.
I just need
But I just didn't. I didn't. I
You
didn't.
trim up now
I
is
didn't
what
have-
you're saying?
Yes,
Is-
it's
yeah.
very
Uh-huh.
lots of maintenance down there. Yeah.
You know, I was trimming up once. This is about 7 years ago.
I'm listening.
And I was trimming. I'm gonna do your voice now. Yeah, I was trimming it up down there. And the only scissors I could find were like arts and crafts scissors, like the kind that when you cut makes a doily
Oh
pattern.
no!
I know. And so I was trimming it up down there, and then my hand slipped, and
What?
then I cut
No.
my vagina.
No.
And then
no.
it had
You're-
like a
that's lie.
doily pattern.
No.
Yes,
No,
it's
no, no, no.
completely
No.
true.
He
Yes.
said, no.
No. I mean, listen. I've definitely nicked my balls trimming them up.
Oh,
and
you
that's
have?
the worst. That's when you're done. That's
Yeah.
when you're done. No more trimming. This is what you get, and this is what it's gonna look like.
Why
so
do you
that's the way it
trim?
goes.
What is the purpose of trimming it up?
Well,
For y'all.
yeah, for you guys.
Why?
I mean,
yeah.
also,
Why did a girl ever say to you, "You need to trim that up"?
No, I've never had
Okay.
any complaints really at all.
Right.
But I just like a clean
Yeah.
workspace, if you will.
You know,
I don't
it's-
like it when guys trim up.
I
Yeah.
don't shave. Fuck
Yeah,
that shit, dude.
I don't.
Nice.
Well,
I
that's
thought
a
it was
lot of
polite.
information, Jessica.
Right, you trim up, right?
I trimmed up once, but I'm like I said, I'm scared. I'm scared that
It's-
I'm
yeah,
gonna cut
I
my
am-
ball sack
I
off.
am
Once
a
and
you-
it's like-
cautionary tale over
Once
here.
you nick your nut once, it's you go real slow around the whole grundle region.
Yeah,
Right.
So.
I knew a lady who was a ball sucker, so I thought it would be nice
Right.
Ball
for her
sucker?
to
See, I'm
you know,
ticklish,
have
so
a smooth ball to suck on, not just
Oh my God.
you know, like a raspy ball.
Oh my God.
So-
A ball sucker?
But I'm like, you can't show up to get your balls sucked if they
Yeah.
hanging out the sacks.
Mhm.
So you know, it's like
That's rule number one.
it's a give or take.
That's
It's
rule
a
number one.
choice. It's a choice. It's a
I
choice.
keep imagining myself sucking balls, because they float around
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I'm
Yeah, you've never done that?
I was like, tried it once. I thought, nah.
It does nothing. I'm ticklish. I'll kick
Yeah.
you right in the head.
You kick you in the...
Yeah. Mm-mm.
All right,
Don't
so
touch my nuts.
so then what happened before you were trimming your
No, that was just awful. It was like
Did
I,
you leave the party? What did you do? Did you put pants on?
no, yeah,
Like,
I
help
had to go. I went back to his hotel room. I was so embarrassed, or not his hotel room, but back to his dorm room. I was so embarrassed. I was like, I'm not getting any puss with this fucking white shorts on.
what year was it? Your freshman year? Or
It was
your-
it was like in 2000.
No, I know, but what year in college?
Freshman year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it was the first pool party of the year, and I didn't know that we were going to the pool party. But so he gave me those shitty white shorts.
Your face has gotten, I was showing that picture that I found of you online from like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Your face has gotten more like chiseled and masculine now.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Are you lying? What was I, a fucking pussy back then? She's like, who's this fucking
No,
pussy?
she's always very
Who's this-
complimentary
who's
when
this
when
Who's
someone
this little
tells
guy?
a humiliating
I was
story.
a kid. The picture was like I was 25. Now I'm an old
Yeah.
man.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
he's like, he's grown.
I've seen some shit.
I've grown now,
Yeah.
ladies.
Now I trim my nuts.
well, there you go.
Because of
That's a good story. It's a good first start off
Yeah.
point, a jumping off point, as we should say. And this is a game besides a podcast. So
Right.
I mean, sometimes simpler stories are the best, as I've said a
Sure.
million fucking times on this podcast.
Whoa.
Anybody else?
Buddy said he trimmed up today, so good to know.
Nice.
And he also.
Oh, that's your
Tell-
crush, right?
What?
Isn't Buddy C. Buddy the one that's crushing on you?
No, that's the one that likes you. Richard Marino likes her.
Oh,
Buddy C.
yeah.
Buddy's your
It's Jason Marino.
Jason Marino. Sorry, whatever.
Can
You get it.
can we ask the people to send in?
Yeah, send in some pics.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't believe you until we see some actual pictures.
Jess Wellington 2 on Twitter.
Yeah, slide on my
Um,
DMs.
Fartist
Slide my
123 said truths are straightforward. Lies are usually over detailed. So I think you felt like your first story was pretty straightforward. There was not a whole lot of fluff and pizzazz. Just bam, embarrassing moment. So
Yeah.
felt pretty true.
All right, and maybe not trim up that area. I like it when a fella doesn't trim up that area as to lay my head on something soft
Yeah.
as I'm at work. You know what I'm saying?
I like the way you put that.
Well, I try to be ladylike. Michael, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are I
vape pen's
I
kicking
feel
in.
it. I feel what everyone else is feeling online, man. Yeah, it's pretty. It's a humbling thing to just come out and be like, yeah, somebody just pointed at my grundle, my junk area, and said
It's like-
gross.
yeah.
So I
Yeah.
mean, like, if
It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
Yeah, he seems believable so far.
Did
But
you
maybe
know
that's
the
his
girl?
strategy.
No, she was with like all her girlfriends too. She goes, "Ew, gross." And they're like, "Oh," and I go, "I'm like, fuck." I go,
Man.
give me a towel, and he gave me a fucking hand towel.
That's when hot
In
girls
front of-
can be the worst.
Dude, there is crushed
What?
me.
Just
Maybe they weren't the hot girls.
Just-
Right, maybe there's just the bitches at the pool.
They were a bunch of moms.
Yeah,
Like,
soccer
ew,
moms.
gross. A bunch of soccer moms.
Shit.
All right, let's move on. How about your story?
Pap,
oh, my story. Okay, let me.
let's slow it down for a minute.
Yeah, let's figure this out.
Some slow jams.
I'll talk about how I became the father of a dog family.
A whole dog family?
Yeah, I have 3 dogs now. I have my dog, who's a pug, my girl's dog,
I have a chug.
a chug.
What's a
What
chug?
is that?
It's
Uh,
between a
Pug
pug
and
and
Chihuahua.
That's
see,
hilarious.
I got a pure breed. I got that pure. I don't want no mutt.
Yeah, I feel you with my French bulldog. Yeah.
Oh, you getting money? Okay,
Yeah.
we gonna talk later.
No, you can't. You have to keep it secret because if you tell some people, they're like, the breeders, that's not good. French
Yeah.
bulldog.
I have a 100-pound blue nose pit bull, and people like lose their minds.
Yeah. And fair enough, but on the other hand, I have adopted children, so I'm fucking scot free on
You're doing
everything
it all.
else.
Also, dogs are wolves, so dogs ain't even real things. So.
They are real things.
Well,
Just 'cause it's-
kinda. They're like weird experiments that we like fuck with.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
why they listen. You know, that's why you can feed them like weak food that you can never eat yourself, and they survive.
Is this part of the story?
Okay.
I mean, I love my dog. I just don't fuck with any other dogs because of
But what about these other two?
my girl's dog is a Yorker Terrier.
Yorkie?
Yeah, whatever.
Yorkshire,
yeah.
Yorker.
A York.
And then they fucked one night, and now they have, and she delivered one puppy.
Yeah.
One
Really?
puppy. One fucking puppy.
Is that rare?
No,
They
because
usually
it's
have
a
like a
small
litter, right?
dog.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
you
they-
usually have litters, and
Yeah,
we,
but in small dogs, they will have only maybe 2 or 3, and in the first litter, very likely could just have one.
yeah. Well, she was carrying 2, and we think that the one that came out first pushed the other one out the way and murdered. But so she was laboring for a long time, trying to like panting and shit. And we was like, okay, it's been like 2 hours. You ain't pushed nothing else out. And we took her to this the wrong fucking veterinarian emergency room, and we're in there. She's all panicked. My girl's all panicked, like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? We're broke as shit. We're not about to pay for any type of surgeries.
Why didn't you have them fixed?
I thought my dog was gay.
ooh.
Pap, that's not
I mean,
a thing,
I
dude.
bet-
That's
Such
That
a
is-
fun curveball.
But hold on, aren't all dogs gay?
I mean, they'll hump whatever, but
Right,
I guess they're fluid because
gender fluid.
because for the time I've had my dog by
Gender fluid
himself,
pug.
Yeah,
he's only been with other male dogs, and I've seen him lick so many doggy dicks
right.
in front of me. So I was just like, he's gay. Like he do it with pride. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
oh, you just pissed. Let me clean that up for you, player. So I was just like,
Wow.
okay, my guy is gay. Like he ain't even checking for no bitches.
right.
And
Had he ever been around other female dogs and or just it just happened he was around a lot of male dogs?
he was mostly around male dogs. He had been around one other lady dog, and she tried to kill him because he just walked into her house all willy-nilly, and she was
Right.
like,
Yeah.
all right, phone check.
Fuck
phone.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. And then him and my girl's dog had went on a trip before, and they did not fuck with each other at all. Like,
Because she wasn't in heat, probably.
no, it was like I don't even want to say Lady in the Tramp. It was just like she did not fuck with him, and he was like, ugh, what is she doing here? Why do I have to share my time with these ladies? Like, so I was like, he's definitely gay. And yeah, one night I guess he decided to give it a try, and he got it in. And so we at this emergency pet delivery place, and they're like, "Yo, we could try to run a credit card to see if you could get a line of credit,
Right.
so we can pay for this operation." Blase blind. We're like, no. Is there anything you could do that's like affordable? And they're like, well, we could try to give her this adrenaline shot for like $200.
Is that the vet?
Yeah.
It's like, it might,
That's your impression of the vet. I like that.
It kind of sounds like you.
Well, thank you. I talk like that. I know I sound like Kermit the Frog. Well, all right. You got me. That's my real voice. Called me out again.
Yeah, so they gave her an adrenaline shot, and they were saying like, we don't really want to do this because it might rip her vagina, and then she'll die and bleed out. And it's
Fuck,
like,
dude.
yeah. So they were like, so your options are, we can do the surgery or euthanize her. It's like, so you're telling me my options are find hella money for you, or you're gonna kill my dog.
That's basically how it goes.
Yeah, so we were like, well,
That's what vets do,
if
basically.
the dog's gonna die, how about we just try to give it the adrenaline shot?
Totally.
Gave her the adrenaline shot. Fucking vet comes back. Guess what? She's doing well. She ate a piece of chicken. It was like, yeah, you jackass.
Yeah, and we got all your money.
Yeah.
See you in a little bit.
$200. So
Yeah.
while we were leaving,
Oh, that's not that bad, though.
I mean, yeah, but the fucking, and this was like the swankiest fucking hospital we had ever been in. Like,
That's
it
why
here-
you don't do those. You go to Glendale or
Yeah, you
Yeah.
go to
Tijuana.
the alley behind Ventura Boulevard.
yeah,
And
they
down
had,
to TJ.
they had like an electronic fucking hot
Right.
chocolate maker in there.
Oh,
I was like,
Turn around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't want snacks at my vet.
Your
Yeah.
$200
Yeah,
didn't even cover the hot chocolate money for that month.
yeah.
Yeah, the chicken, man. How
So-
much is that chicken?
So while we were checking out, they had treats in the front counter. So while my girl was checking out, paying for this shit, I was like, "Hey, get $200 worth
Yeah,
of
take-
fucking treats."
Take all the treats.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just took
get a
all the
baggie.
jars. Like, we taking these. They had fucking doggy gurneys
What?
at the entrance. You know, like the stretchers. That
Is this
you-
here in L.A.?
Where else would you find doggy gurneys?
I don't know. Fucking
you
not at my fucking vet. That's
you
for
think
sure.
in Wyoming they're out here?
He says it's a doggy gurney, but it's really just like a dining cart.
No,
Right.
it was a
I was like,
real
what the fuck is a
it was
doggy
a
gurney?
real gurney, had straps on it and everything.
What?
It was like what animal is getting CTE in a fucking football game and they have to like wheel
Yeah.
him out? Like, it was
Aw.
stupid. So,
Wow. Well,
and that is how I became a father of a dog family.
and is the little baby full grown now, or?
Yeah, we felt
Cute?
we couldn't get rid of him for the fact that we just felt wrong breaking up a family, us being black people, you know.
Oh my God.
And ripped
Man.
a family apart. It was like, yeah,
It's a
my
boy.
God.
yeah.
What would you name it?
Thomas, because we were watching the Maze Runner series at the time.
I like that. I
Yeah,
like
and he was
Thomas.
the
wild,
name.
yeah.
Tom. My buddy named his dog Dave.
Yeah, I love that.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
I, used to
I
have
like
a
the
cat
name
named
Hank.
Willie.
Yeah.
Willie.
All right. So, what are people saying online there, Austin?
Well, the fartist says either this guy hates dogs or he is lying.
I get it. The Michael Vick documentary just came out.
It ruined it for all you guys,
yeah,
dude.
you can't trust
He
it.
did say that the only true part of the story was probably the dog gurney. That he probably did go to a vet and see that in Los Angeles, and the rest he thinks was made up.
I don't know about the dog gurney thing though. That seems weird. Yeah. I've never seen that.
I never either, but I could see, I guess, at a fancy place them having
Yeah.
that.
There's a pretty fancy dog. I don't know if it's like a
Veterinary care center.
yeah across
Yeah,
the street.
They've
Right?
taken a lot of my money.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
only place I can see that has a motherfucking dog
Yeah,
gurney.
you
That's
walk-
They
exactly
have
what I thought
cucumber
of.
water.
Yeah, it looks
that's-
like Demolition
yes.
Man when you walk in. Just
That's the place.
Oh, really? And it had a gurney in it?
I didn't see any gurney, but I saw
Yeah.
cucumber water. So
Yeah. Well, if it had cucumber water, no gurney. I'm just saying. Yeah. But
saying
the
you might have a
vet,
gurney.
man, I had two dogs and they both fell into the pool, and each time it's like fucking $4,000.
Why
Hold
did
on,
you
your
have to take him
dog-
to the vet for falling into the pool?
Yeah,
Because they,
hold on, just
get 'em out of
they
the
were
pool.
like half drowned.
Your dogs
and then
can't
you're-
swim.
Oh, because bulldogs can't. They're not good in water,
and,
right?
And well, because I had an old lab and he was golden, and I had this tree. When the fall would come, this is in Studio City when I had that house. The leaves would fall yellow, the same color as my dog. And so one night we couldn't find the dog, and we're like, "What the fuck?" And the whole pool and ground was yellow leaves. And then like 10 minutes later, I'm walking by and I see something in the water. I'm like, "What?" And he's like a 120-pound dog, and it's my dog, and he's like, "Help me," like his little nose.
Oh no.
Because he couldn't, he was older at the time, and he couldn't see because of all the leaves where the pool happened. And then so he got all this bacteria in his lungs.
That was the
$4,000?
saddest episode
Yeah,
of
4,000.
Lassie.
Why did
I
you
don't
laugh
believe
at
you.
me? I listened to your sad veterinary
Yeah,
bullshit
but
story with gurneys.
That's like real first world problems. My dog fell in my pool.
$4,000 later.
We don't have pools,
I love it.
Felicia.
I love that you and I look at each other and I go, so take the dog out of the fucking pool.
Now,
There you go. Problem solved.
alimony is over. No more pool. Okay, and fuck you. All right, Brady, your second story.
And back to you, Kermit. I was at home, and I was playing Halo, and I was drinking white wine, and I was fucking.
No, this is
Yeah.
the truth.
I was white wine part. Thanks, man. And my lady, I knew she was out and about, so I wanted to let her know I was thinking of her, and I was pretty fucking drunk, and I was bored.
So you were horny.
Yeah, I mean I'm always horny, but I grabbed a hot dog bun and I ripped it in half, and I put my dick in it and I sent it to her.
Oh,
and
just in half?
Yeah, well,
After the first story,
Well,
just in half.
in case she
have to
wanted,
decide if you have-
in case she wanted snacks. You know what I mean? I was looking out for her. You know. in case
Did
she
you
wanted
feel?
food.
Do you feel a hot dog bun?
Huh?
Do you feel a hot dog
I
bun?
can. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, are you like a
Yeah.
Dodger dog hot dog bun?
This guy's filling out bratwurst buns.
Oh, from the first
like-
story,
he's
we
like,
thought
just
you
a hot
might
dog?
had some slider buns there. You know?
Yeah, I thought this
Whatever
was
gets the
checked
job
out.
done. You know what I mean? So I sent it to her and I said, "Did someone order a dick sandwich?" Right? I sent it to her,
Uh-huh.
and she just wrote back, "No." Which I thought was fucking bullshit. So I was like, sorry, I was going to show her when she gets home. You know, I'm going to show her the real thing. So she walked in, and I had my dick in the hot dog bun, and she walks in. She goes, "What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?" I go, "Well, I thought it was being cute. I was pretty."
She's
blacked.
like, and this is Susan.
Yeah.
We came over.
I was pretty blacked out, and I forgot that she was with her parents. She was with her fucking parents, and her dad came in. He goes, "I heard you're making sandwiches."
So we have to decide if he has
I don't know. I have so many,
a larger
know.
penis.
so many dick stories.
First, we got to decide if a
Said
hot dog is a
he's
sandwich.
grown.
It's medium.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's medium.
Uh-huh. Huh. Do you often like trim your balls, or harkening back to your first story, with a glass of white wine in your hand?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Maybe I'll have a cigarette too while I'm at it, and then maybe I'll do it on the patio. I don't give a fuck. You know? I love nature. I don't know what that means.
And FaceTime while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, I can believe that because I had a boyfriend once that sent me a picture, and he had taken a Sharpie and drew like a tie around it and eyeballs and all that.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't marry this guy?
Yeah, I know.
Come on, don't
and,
act like you've never done that.
yeah. And
Oh,
you know what?
man.
Sharpies don't stay on everything.
Wow.
Just saying. But it did make me laugh. But I don't know why she wouldn't say, if she sent that to you, why she wouldn't laugh, or why she wouldn't be like, "Dude, I'm with my parents, dumbass."
Right, when you text
Yeah.
it to her. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah, you know what I
That
mean?
is a good point. It didn't happen like that though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You forgot her parents were in town.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think Jess has made up her mind.
Yeah, what do you think of this
pretty
story,
suspect.
Michael Evans?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yeah.
Hey, is a hot dog a sandwich?
I mean,
The great debate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A dick.
Chime in,
How would you
everybody.
say it then?
I don't know, man.
That's
That's
it.
why
it's
I
the
had
hot
hot dog.
Hot dog.
Someone
Yeah.
order, but a dick sandwich is funny.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I would say a hot dog is a sandwich. It's
Yeah, we'll
meat
go
on,
ahead.
It's
on
meat. Yeah,
bread.
it's meat and bread.
good old base
Yeah.
I
pack
get that
sandwich.
it's in a dick form, but you know.
And
Sure.
you can put avocado on it, so
Right. But I don't
I
think
mean, you can. Why can't you?
Referencing a dick sandwich makes that an even better story by any means. I mean, it's
mean-
still a dick in a bun. Dick in a bun is funnier than dick sandwich, personally myself.
Oh yeah, maybe it would.
Yeah.
How would you? What'd you say? Dick bun?
Dick in a bun.
Oh, I love how 2020 is going. Learning new
Okay.
shit. I prefer a dick in a butt.
I prefer that vernacular.
What about hot dong?
Hot dog.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh.
Did someone order a hot dong?
Hey, Jimmy Kimmel, I hope you're watching it.
All right, well, that's also a very interesting story. I was just thinking today that we should warn our guests because we've had a lot of sexual stories. We've had a lot of diarrhea in the pants stories that maybe we should tell people to be more creative. I was thinking about that, or to
No.
be more different, but then you tell a hot dog in a bun
Yeah.
story, and I'm like, no, that's fucking
Yeah.
gold. I shouldn't-
It's
we
about as
shouldn't say
creative as
that.
I'm going to get.
Yeah.
If you're looking for
No, I like
groundbreaking
it.
material, you get the wrong
no,
guy.
No, hot dog in a
I know Brady's good with the ladies.
Yeah.
Well, I
I do
mean,
all
I'm
right.
sure. Aren't you an artist too?
Yep.
Like, yeah. So yeah.
I do the
What
art,
type of artist?
pop art, like spray paint and
Oh, okay.
charcoal,
Okay,
and
yeah, right on.
whatever gets the job done.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember. My man Leo DiCaprio was an artist in Titanic.
Yes, he was.
Was he?
Okay, there you go.
Clean as
I don't know what
fuck.
that has to do with anything.
He was
but I
really
like
good.
it.
He made a painting and then fucked her.
Yeah, draw
That
me
shit
like
is-
one of your hot dongs, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should.
Yes. Yes.
That's actually
yes.
good. That's good. I should do that. It's there forever.
That's
you know.
hilarious. All right, let's move on to your second story.
Oh, okay. This one's simple. This one time, I've traveled many places. One of the places is the fine town of Plano, Texas.
Oh yeah, it's where my parents live.
Yeah.
It's
Really?
It's about as white. It's
Plano?
about as white as it gets.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What were you doing there?
Getting a dog.
Yeah. I was tripping.
No, for real. What were you doing though? Tell me.
I was actually.
Yeah. What were you doing there?
He was
We
tripping.
need
He
to
just
know.
told
We
you.
need to know. It's a historical document. I was actually on my way to my freshman year of college, Grambling State, and we were driving across country.
Gremlin State?
Gremlin.
What?
Yeah, Gremlin State.
Yeah, Gremlin
It's right
State.
next to Mogwai's.
What did you say?
Grambling State. It's
Grambling.
it is a historical black college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. We have home of the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl, Doug Williams. He
For the Redskins.
didn't really do anything, but he was there.
He was behind Mark Rippon, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I think something happened to him. He died. Or,
We just lost all
Yeah.
followers.
Okay.
it's Black History Month. I have to give you guys some
Fair
facts.
enough. Fair enough.
So I was in Plano, and I went to play some basketball, and there was a community.
Well, why did you
gym.
stop in Plano though?
Do you know how far you have to drive in Texas?
Texas
driving-
is huge.
Yeah, so when
Yeah.
you're driving through Texas, you have no choice but to stop.
But
Trust
you
me, I
stopped
didn't want
long
to
enough
stop.
to go play basketball, not just rest and hit the road again.
You know what's funny is Jessica
Yeah.
and I in March are driving through Texas.
I just
bet-
drove through Texas.
Just he's not even gotten out of this out of the
shows.
fucking gate with the story, and you're already calling bullshit. God damn, poor guy.
Anyway, but we're gonna stop and play
All right.
basketball.
Right, like we're not gonna fucking stop and bowl or anything.
Uh-huh. All right,
Play
so
what-
continue.
Okay.
Sorry, we
Y'all
digress
could
sometimes.
attack
Our
my
apologies.
athletic ability and my
So you were
my love
were
for
you,
the game.
I'm
you
with
know?
you. I'm with you.
Were
dude.
you a basketball player at Grambling State?
No.
Okay, this
You
was
know.
just for pleasure.
That's
Okay.
what we do. As,
Okay.
As
Yes.
a culture. So
Yeah, but I mean, you have the height, so we assume that you play.
yeah, that's why,
some
because you're
kind
pretty
of
tall
college
fella.
ball.
Yeah.
okay. I'll go ask y'all. Are y'all accountants? Y'all have the
Do I look like an accountant? You need to calm down, buddy.
Well, you were in the Air Force. So
Yeah, I ammo.
right.
Oh, bam.
I
Yeah.
don't know what that
All
means.
right, let's move it along now. With our, we apologize for interrupting your flow.
So I'm in Plano. I decide to play basketball, and I'm playing with I'm killing out there. You
Yeah,
know,
I can see that.
I'm bringing a level of athleticism and quick twitch movements that Plano has never seen before. And there was an older gentleman, Bernie Sanders and he tries to make a layup on me, and I blocked him so hard that the ball hit him in his head, and it knocked his hair off. And
Oh, he had a toupee on?
yeah,
He's playing with a toupee on?
Yeah, who does that? You can just sweat that shit off.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No. Have you seen LeBron James play?
I have.
Has his toupee ever come off?
Do you, he's something's up at the top, the beginning of right here.
But
of his
has
hair.
it ever come off though?
It almost came off. Yeah.
Almost doesn't count.
I didn't know LeBron had a toupee.
Oh yeah. He's yeah.
Really?
He spray paints it
Yeah.
on.
He's trying
Yeah.
everything and nothing's working.
Uh-huh.
But whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually like my proudest moment in basketball is that I blocked somebody's hair off. Like,
Was this in like some sort of like league play of any kind where you guys
no, it was
ball?
pickup. It was pickup.
Oh,
So
wow.
you stopped on the way to
he
school.
lost his hair for
no reason.
A
no
lot of
reason.
pickup
Yeah,
games
nobody
going
even
on
there
in
to call.
Plano,
I was gonna say,
Texas. You know what I
I've
mean?
never
Yeah, you
jonesed
gotta do
that
something.
hard for a pickup game on the way to Grambling University. You're like, you know what? Let's get out. I need to stretch a little bit and fucking play some pickup.
Well,
What's up with this Bernie Sanders guy?
Yeah.
Let's get that game going.
That seems
One-on-one.
mean.
well, what was mean is that I kept it. And I hung
Oh, you
it on
you
the
kept
wall.
his hair?
Yeah, I kept it on my wall.
Did you have him sign it too?
Nah. He
Wow.
left. He left pretty.
I would too.
Just,
He
When
left
you-
without picking up his toupee?
I mean, if your hair comes off, do you stay?
I mean,
I'd pick up my toupee
Yeah.
as I ran away.
I pick up my hair. It's got to be expensive, right? I don't know how much
Yeah,
toupees
yeah,
go for, but I'm
right.
sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you stayed when people were like, "Hey, bro, let's check out this man's dick through them tiny ass shorts."
Yeah, it's true. You bailed, man.
You
gotta
bailed.
bail.
I walked into
bet.
that.
Yeah,
just
but he
got
went.
blocked.
But he went and got a towel.
I got-
That's the same thing.
I tried.
as,
Listen, I tried to
yeah.
cover it up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the
He
guy
tried
and
to cover it up.
I tried, and they gave me the hand towel.
the cover
so
was
Right.
blown. You know.
cover was blown. I got back in the pool.
Yeah, but was there a lot of girls watching?
Yes.
No,
Oh,
not you. Him,
yeah.
you dummy.
Yeah. How many people were there that where the old man would run away and not pick up his hairpiece?
Bernie
How
Sanders.
crazy is that
Well,
story?
It was it was
creative,
It
though.
was
Yeah.
enough. It was enough people to shame him because I mean he was already old as shit. So
What
Yeah,
was
getting
there?
stuffed at the rack sucks, man. So
Yeah.
even if your hair didn't fall off, you kind of want to get the fuck out when you got blocked like that.
I see you guys have never been blocked, but come out and play some
I don't know. I feel
basketball.
like in a place like Plano, they're gonna get behind this guy that you just assaulted on the basketball
Yeah.
court.
Have you ever seen
You knock a man's hair off in Plano,
When
you better
any-
start running for the car.
So if you guys know about street ball, anytime something spectacular happens, people run on the court
And-
and make the most obscene fucking scene of all time.
But
Yeah.
the street ball rules apply to Plano, Texas.
They
because-
got YouTube. They had YouTube back then.
Mm.
They knew. They wanted to be down. There was a little white kid with cornrows. He was down. You
What
heard
year was
Post
this?
Malone, White Iverson.
I had cornrows in the
See?
Air Force.
Bang.
No way.
Have you
I
not
call
seen
bullshit on that.
any
oh my
UFC
God! I
ladies
bet you
fight?
did.
No, I did.
Did you really?
I wore braids for many years in high school.
Many
and-
years?
Yeah.
Do you have any pictures of that?
Somewhere my
Yeah, we need to
military
see some
ID used
pictures.
to.
Or
I got-
any inkling to do it again?
well, it would look weird because I don't have hair on the side now.
It'll
My
grow
favorite
in.
picture of Jessica is the one where you're a little girl and you're on the dance team.
I got the big fro.
What happened? Where did we go?
But I can't.
Where did we go with this? Where did we go with this show?
I'll be right back.
Did we just take a
In
detour?
Plano,
Are you guys
Texas.
playing?
Come
Are
on.
you guys playing pickup basketball right now?
Yes. All right, Austin. What are people saying?
Well, I want to welcome Jason Marino and Raver Basher. They're regulars. They're late to the
Yay,
party
welcome
today.
To the show.
Stick around for the recap and you guys can vote. Fartis just does not want to believe that you hate dogs the way you seem to in your first story, but he's starting to smell a liar in this particular story. Lofi says this is a lie. Raver Basher says Papp's voice reminds me of Cosby. I don't know if that's a slight or what.
All right, we got one racist guy in there.
The Buddy C. Buddy said the cops would probably question this guy for assaulting an old man like that, and you would be locked up for life in Plano probably.
Assault.
Kevin Brown, yes, this is recorded at the Comedy Store. And somebody said LeBron's got implants. So, and somebody said we're unfollowing because of Jessica's vape use during the show.
Oh,
Really?
So, yeah.
Really?
it's a
Way
sponsor.
to go, Jess.
It's a sponsor.
Really?
That's fucking bullshit. Then leave, dude.
Yeah,
Don't give a fuck.
you know what? But just so you know, like you're weaning yourself off that. This
That's
is
right.
yeah, like she's lost 40 pounds.
44 pounds
That's
now.
right. So
Okay.
there.
That's all the
yeah,
sex,
trying to
though.
Congratulations.
That's
try
all
to-
the sex. That has nothing to do with the
Yeah,
nicotine.
I've been
You
having
get-
sex with football players.
I thought
Nice.
before that was the cornrows.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, those are two very, very interesting stories, very varied, and I think what we're going to do is before Austin does the recap, we're going to throw to our Blue Apron commercial. But for you guys playing along live, fuck it, let's move on. Will you recap?
This recap brought to you by Dick in a Bun. Story one, he was at a college party and his buddy gave him some white shorts with no underwear for them to go swimming, which of course made the shorts transparent, but his big, terrifying black bush and little wiener grossed out the girls at the pool.
Medium.
And he's never fully recovered from that incident. Story number two, he was at home playing Halo and drinking white wine because his lady was out and about. He starts catching a buzz, gets a little horned up, and whips his member out for a trim before deciding to put his Dodger dog in a hot dog bun to send to her and her parents in a picture with a little funny joke, and she was upset.
Yeah.
Don't you have a bit about that?
Kind of, yeah.
About which one?
About the
dick in the bun?
bun?
Yeah. Oh, now you've suddenly remembered
Yeah.
the dick in the bun.
Yeah, where'd you go?
I know. Were you
Maybe.
not
You're
here
busy
earlier?
vaping.
Yeah, I was gonna
Busy
say.
vaping.
It took a minute. Sometimes you forget,
Right. I have I believe the second story because that seems like something silly a guy or your boyfriend would do. How long were you guys dating or living together when that happened?
We're still living together.
Yeah, how long when that happened?
It was about 6 months in.
6 months in, and how long have you been together?
7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
no. Don't give me that look. I know
And
that
then
look.
are you hairy all over your body? I'm not
No.
just talking about your crotch, but just you look kind
You
of
have
like you're
the
a hairy guy.
perfect,
Yeah.
5 o'clock shadow,
Yeah.
whatever.
Thank you.
You
Yeah.
know that.
Thank you.
You probably shaved at like 1, right?
Trimmed up, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Trimmed
right.
up.
Yeah.
What
You can't go full ball.
No.
Yeah.
No one
I'm
does, no one
gonna
does that
say
anymore.
the second
Leave some
story is true because, God damn, I'm gonna say the second story is true because I kind of had a similar experience to that. But on the other hand, I don't believe that his girlfriend wouldn't be like, "What the fuck?" 6 months
Right.
in, you're at the what the fuck stage a little bit.
I definitely believe that he put his dick in a bun.
I love that.
We're doing good for society, aren't we?
Yeah.
I absolutely believe at some point he has put his dick in a bun. Now, the fact that his parents or her parents came in
Yeah,
as he is
yeah.
holding it there in the bun, I don't know. I
That's
feel
the,
like
that's the important modification. I believe that this guy's dick has touched food at
Oh,
one point, and I believe that also somebody has
Yeah.
has reacted to it strangely at a pool. I just don't know which story has the weird modifier that makes it untrue. You know what I mean?
I'm
That was very professional.
Thank
Do
you.
Yeah.
I
That's
get
good.
to weigh?
yes, you get to vote.
I'm gonna go with story one because
That's true or lie?
that is true
Uh-huh.
because I've seen story 2 on Team Skeet at least 16 times.
I
So.
don't know what Team Skeet is, but
Oh, it's very.
Somebody else thought it might be a bit from Harold and Kumar, which I know there's a few ones I haven't seen, so maybe somewhere in
White
there.
Castle.
But I leaned to the first one being true too, just because of the ease that it came out. It was like, here's an embarrassing thing that happened to me
Yeah.
a while back that nobody is gonna blink an eye at. True
Yeah.
story.
But
I mean,
it seemed kind of too simple. Like maybe it was a story that happened to the person he was with.
Yeah, but if you keep it simple, that's easy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Is it because you don't want to believe his penis is that small?
Well, he was in the pool.
no one said it was.
kind,
No one said
yeah.
it was small.
My medium.
No one said it was.
medium.
See what happens when you do
Medium-ish either.
when you do dick jokes.
I think the dick bun thing happened. He just didn't end up showing it to her parents on accident.
Is your girlfriend
I
have
agree.
a funny sense of humor? Is she funny? You
yeah.
think she would have been like, "Look at this dumbass"?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Can I? I'm not. Can't say
Not
anything
yet.
yet, right? Okay.
Mike, you think the first story's true?
Fuck. Yeah, I guess I think. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm doing dick bun lie.
I'm gonna do dick bun. Fuck. True.
Dick bun
Was that you just thinking about how small my dick is?
No, down.
No, I'm going.
Gross.
I'm going dick bun. I'm going dick bun true.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm doing that though. I'm going dick bun true.
You and Jessica think the first story's a lie.
Yes.
I think that the first story is true.
Oh, you think
I think
it's true?
dick bun is a lie. Dick bun lie.
That's the name of my podcast. Dick Bun Lie. Tune in every Friday. I put my dick on different buns. It's a hands-on podcast.
This is a brioche bun.
Yeah.
Getting to the long and veiny of it.
All right. So.
Wow, we're gonna go dick jokes and
Come
Michael
on.
tries a dick joke.
Jesus, that's why they put you in there, huh?
Yeah, that's why they keep
A 12-inch kielbasa.
All right. Which story is the lie?
The second one.
Oh, damn you!
Oh, I went dick bun true.
Yeah, you did.
And it is a bit.
Yeah.
But
I
you-
should
I
never
couldn't
vote
think
with you,
of
Michael.
anything.
We're never right together.
I know we gotta
Yeah,
keep
we
track
gotta-
of that.
You
Yeah.
have put your dick in a bun before, though, haven't you?
I put my dick in cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the story behind that?
It was my buddy's. It was his birthday.
Whoa. What?
And yeah.
Wrong. Yeah.
Tell us the story about. Well,
It's my buddy's name was
It's my
Cake.
buddy's. It's
I
my
mean,
buddy's.
it's not as exciting as the dog stories. I get it, but we were drunk and it was college.
All right, let's do the recap for Pat.
Now I sound gay. Fine, whatever.
All right, Papp's first story. He became the father of a purebred dog family, and he doesn't really fuck with any other dogs. But one night, his gay dog, Thomas, switched things up and banged his girlfriend's dog. And they had a couple of puppies, but one murdered the other one, so they were just left with one, which obviously surprised him due to his dog's known sexual orientation being gay. So they had the emergency pet delivery police come over and extort them out of some money before they were going to kill his own dog. But he talked them down to $200 and saving the dog's life with a shot of adrenaline. Story 2, he's traveled many places, including the big city of Plano, Texas, where he once struck up a game of basketball and was having a hell of a day when he decided to hit the court with this old white decrepit man and beat the toupee off this guy, who then ran away without his hairpiece. And that's a recap.
Yeah.
This
What are
one-
people saying on that story? Because that story with the guy not grabbing his hair, his toupee.
Yeah, I just don't think he'd leave without it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm not
either.
believing. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
It sounds like such a movie where they're like, ah, and
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
But if it is real, if the story's true, it's the coolest story ever. It is the
For
most
sure.
accentuated block of all time. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Was he talking like a major amount of shit beforehand, or?
Nah, he moved very, very old. It was
So you just kind of.
he just shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Yeah, that's why I took the moment to block the shit out of him.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause it was like,
Not in here,
this is-
buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like hey,
That's nice.
This is your retirement game.
And no one on the court was like, dude, what the fuck? No one on the court was like, that's a little excessive.
No one knew who the fuck I was. So
Just a guy passing through playing some
Plano,
pickup b-ball.
Texas.
yeah.
it was like Michael Jordan. It
Where'd
was
you
like,
go
hey,
after that?
it was like,
How do
yeah,
you top that
This
day?
black athlete showed up and just started.
I'm gonna say that second story is a lie. What are people online saying there, Austin?
Right
They
now,
don't
I,
believe anything I say.
right now I have the farthest going as the first story, the dog story being the lie. And then I have Hill Brother Lofi and Buddy See Buddy all saying that the second story, the basketball in Plano, Texas story, is a lie. And I got to kind of lean with that because I just don't buy the whole...
The only thing is with the dog story, I think that he's a little more responsible than to have both of them not fixed. And having a female dog that's not fixed is a lot of work, and it gets really old, and people
Because everyone's trying to fuck it, right?
that, and then it bleed all the time.
Yep.
And it gets everywhere. So it's
Jesus.
How
didn't
old
know
was
that
that
at all.
dog when she
I
had
didn't
her
know that.
puppy? How old was the dog?
I think she was 4.
And she hadn't got her fixed by then?
How old were you when this happened?
Me?
Yeah.
What type of question is that?
She said, I can't believe you wouldn't be responsible enough to have the dogs fixed. And I'm trying to think
This
of if
was
I'd have
5
fixed
years
at my
ago.
I'm
age.
smelling some holes in this story.
5 years ago.
5 years ago?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not
No, I'm saying, like-
this is Black History Month, so here's,
Oh,
here's a-
shit. Okay,
here-
that one's
I
a
could blow
lie.
that
That one's a
responsibility
lie.
Here's a,
Did you
here's
even
a
go
little-
to Grambling?
Here's a little fun fact, people. Black people do not take their dogs to the doctor whatsoever. We get them, and they go in the backyard.
yeah, but also, do you have a backyard?
Yeah, my dog used to stay at my mom's house.
What about your girlfriend's dog? She keeps her outside, a little
Yeah,
teeny
she used to,
Yorkie.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that first story is a lie.
Well, we have a question.
Yeah. Although the
y'all don't
hair
know enough
thing is
black
weird.
people.
Well, we have a question online. Wouldn't adrenaline kill a dog? They asked.
That tiny too.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
that's,
cool
tiny.
dog.
that's what they were telling us. is
And
that-
one thing I just thought of when I was in North Carolina, my family went up there and visited my grandpa, and my little brother came, and the only thing he wanted to do when he was there was play basketball. And my grandpa found a basketball court in one of the little towns in North Carolina to take him to. So maybe the Plano thing isn't quite as outrageous as I'm
Oh,
thinking.
I don't doubt that he stopped and played basketball, but to be in a strange town and block a dude who you don't know who that person is related to. Maybe that person is someone's dad who, you know what I
The
mean?
guy leaving the hair is the only place I get hung up on.
Did that happen
Yeah,
and that
that's
white men
true.
can't jump?
I never saw it.
I'm sure at least once it did. but-
No.
Deleted scene.
Yeah.
Damn it, that's a tough one. Now I'm gonna have. What do you think? How are you voting, Brady?
I think second story is a lie.
You think basketball lie? I'm gonna go with the dog being a lie. I just don't think. I think black people are also very clean, and they don't want a little girl dog bleeding all over the place. Damn. It's Black History Month.
I think the best.
Oh my God,
Nice.
Jessica!
Thank you for that credit.
Nice.
I'll
Oh,
take it. We'll
fuck.
take it.
Good save.
Jesus, we might have to edit that part out, Jessica. Jesus. I think the basketball story is a lie. I just can't believe you'd block a guy like that.
That's the part you don't believe?
Well, I also don't think that he'd be playing against some 90-year-old dude. I just don't see. I don't see it.
I think it's all true except for him leaving the hair. I think they
Yeah.
played. I think he stuffed
Yeah,
him
I
in the lane.
agree.
I think he fucked.
But then if we agree on this again, we're gonna be wrong, just like
you're
we're
right.
always wrong. But
You're
I
right.
agree. Okay, I'm gonna go with you on that anyway.
all
Fuck it.
right, we're fucked.
So you
Okay.
think that the basketball is a lie?
I think the basketball's a lie and the dog thing is
True.
true.
Okay.
That is difficult though.
All right.
What was your vote?
I'm saying that the dog is a lie. Basketball true.
And you're saying that the dog is a lie?
No, I'm saying basketball.
So you're with us?
Yes.
Okay. Austin?
Probably just gonna stick with my gut and go that the dog is a lie.
So you're all with us. We're all against you,
guys are
Jessica.
crazy.
That is a long story too. Like,
It went all over the
Me
place.
and him are together.
I
Me
change
and
my
Austin
story?
are together.
Oh, yeah, you guys are together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
can I change mine?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the dog.
Being a lie.
Yeah.
Okay, now he's with us.
Yeah.
Just you two again.
That's
You
a
guys
long
are out of
story.
your minds.
Yeah. Sorry.
Don't worry, Felicia. I'm confident.
Okay. That we're going to lose again. Which story is the lie?
The block story.
Oh, dude.
God damn.
Yes, Michael. Yes.
God, I needed a
Should
fucking.
have gone
win.
with
I needed
my
it.
should have gone with my gut.
Hill Brothers called
Yeah.
it very early on and said that both first stories were true.
Yeah, there you go.
Fuck,
There
dude.
you go.
Although that's pretty creative. That's pretty creative.
Yeah.
Blocked the guy
Great
whose toupee
stories.
came
Yeah,
off.
I know.
Wait, were we right about the details? Like that block happened, but just the toupee thing's a little.
Is any of
Yeah.
that story is true?
Oh yeah, I block old people all the time.
Shit.
I play with Wayne Fetterman every Saturday.
Who's that?
I respect Wayne Fetterman so much. He was, if you've ever seen the show Living Single, he was the white
yeah.
guy. He was the white guy at Maxine Shaw Attorney.
Yeah,
at
Wayne
Law.
Fetterman's very funny guy.
He plays piano, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
he
very
does.
funny.
Yeah, he's very funny.
So he's
Have
got
you ever
some-
knocked his toupee off?
No.
My girl.
Well, you have your instructions.
Fun fact about Wayne: he never attempts a layup. He only shoots threes.
How tall are you?
Huh?
How tall are you?
5'11".
Oh God, every tall guy's been doing that. If you ask Ty how tall he is, he's like 5'9". He's 6.
Is that a tall guy
7.
thing? Tall guys do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Everybody asks.
no one knows height. That's the thing.
I mean,
I
yeah.
can tell you I'm a 7'3" and you'll believe it.
No, I know 7'3". I watch
Yeah,
basketball all
yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
I know 5'8".
I say 6'5".
So.
But like I live in Koreatown, I tell all the locals.
Oh,
I'll be
man.
like 5'11". They be like, "Oh, my goodness, so tall."
That's funny.
Well, welcome. I'm glad you guys came to the show. Thank you so much for
Thank you for
sharing
having
your
me.
time with us. Is there anything that you would like to talk about or would like people to know where they can find you and what things you guys are up to?
You can find me Brady Matthews 13 on all whatever Twitter, Instagram. If you like art, check out my art page, bradymatthewsart.com. And I'll
Be on the lookout for that dick in a bun.
Yeah, and I'll paint your send me in the DMs and I'll paint all your dicks. Yeah.
my God.
And then I'll be at the Comedy Spot this weekend in Scottsdale.
Oh, that's a great little
Nice.
club. I like
Yeah.
that little club.
It's fun.
Very nice. And what about you, Pat?
You can find me on all social medias at Pappy Van Johnson.
What a great name.
What is that a given name, Pappy?
Huh?
Is that like what is that name? Is that like shortened for? I don't
I
know.
get questioned about everything.
No, it's a very curious name.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Jason Marino says that Papp talks so cool that he just wants you to deliver any bad news he ever has in life to him with that cool voice so he doesn't have to worry about it.
I got him. Tell him my Cash App is Papp Johnson. Yes, it is. What's
Oh,
wrong with
nice.
that?
Nothing. I was just
My
asking.
mom's name is Pinky.
Oh, really?
I like that.
Oh,
Like,
that's
straight
cute.
up, yeah.
I like that.
So, you can find me on the Instagrams. I drop like 2 videos a week now, so I'll keep you entertained. And I'll be in Portland at Harvey's.
Are you going with us?
Huh?
Are you with Mo?
And, no, I'm headlining the
Oh,
Northwest
fuck
Black
you.
Comedy Festival. From
Me
February
too.
20th to 23rd.
I'll see you there.
All right.
Yeah, so
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And again, thank you guys. I'm
Thank you.
Felicia Michaels. You can follow me all across the board. What about you, Michael Evans?
Oh, now I'm on screen. Hi, I'm Michael Evans. High Five Michael on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I'm around town all the time. I just posted some dates. Check them out.
Wonderful. How about you, Austin?
I'm at the Austin Walker on everything. Follow our Instagram, the Liars Club 1, our Twitter, Liars_Club, and catch us at the Ice House next Friday, Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day at 8:30.
8:30, and then we have a
Time
belly
changed
room
again.
show that I think changed right this month.
Yeah, it's March.
Are you guys
3rd.
doing
Next
this
month.
show at the Ice House?
Yeah, we do it live. We
Oh,
just
that's
did
cool.
one this weekend at the.
It's
in
a
the
little
belly
bit different
room.
of a
Yeah, yeah. It's a little
format.
bit
Yeah,
different
March
of a-
3rd, 8 o'clock in the belly room here.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, great.
Nice.
And be sure to try to check out Grace and Frank. Or is it Grace?
Grace and Frankie, Jesus Christ! If everybody keeps fucking doing that, God damn it! Grace and Frankie, it's fucking Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, and I'm on it.
You probably lose your cool about it, so they
Take
ask you
back
that.
dinner.
I know, like,
Yeah, it's like
Just from now on,
I
don't
take
mention
back-
the show at all.
I take it
It's like
back.
in
Don't
season
fucking
6,
watch
right?
that.
Yeah, it's the longest running Netflix series.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
All
so
right,
old.
Jessica, Okay.
Lily Tomlin.
Shut up.
Okay. What else you got shaking there, Jessica?
At the end of this month, the last weekend, 27th of February through March 1st, I will be at Harvey's with Mo Mandel in
Uh-huh.
Portland. So come out there.
And what about the Birmingham, Alabama date?
In Birmingham, you and me, we are going 25th and 26th of March. We'll be in Birmingham, Alabama, and then we're going over to North Carolina to Greensboro for that weekend doing the festival. So
Yeah,
check us out.
that'll be fun.
What happened? How do you guys end this?
Jeez.
Are you
I
done?
know,
What happens?
I know.
Are you
What?
done though?
Yeah, I'm looking
having a
at you like
stroke?
that's a
What's going
signal, bitch.
I'm at Jess Wellington 2 on everything. Follow me, and you have been lied to.